Hello and welcome to the last part of the video series. Maybe this is the last part, and in this part we'll do more interesting thing. Let me log into our accounts first. So here you can see this is the login is confirmed. Now let me go to check our orders. Here in the previous video we have did some orders. You can see the orders, and this order is confirmed, this other order is pending, and today we're going to do a little thing on dashboards. Look, our dashboards is now look like this one. We have to make this type of dashboards here. Actually we need to show graphs and some things, and here we have to show total revenue. Admin only get access these dashboards, and here we are showing how many menu items is published and the total orders. So we will make this type of thing, and we have to make also this page manage bookings, and here all the users will be loaded. You can confirm order from here, or you can just delete it, no matter. So let me show you how to confirm. Maybe you can, if you want to confirm this last order, just hit here, then you can see the confirmations alert, and here the order is confirmed. That means you take the order, then you can proceed your products to your customers. So we have to do this thing and the dashboards. So firstly we will get started from this manage booking sections. So for this let me open our projects. Maybe our project is from inside projects folder, part 5, then resources, and here we will open this folder on base code. So that's why I open in terminal. Can simply type code dot to open in VS Code actually. So okay, let me close all the tabs. So here you can see we have two folders, foodie client and foodie server. Okay, let me run our projects. So for this we will open the terminal. You can just drag it. We can just clear everything. So let me clear the tabs. Okay, again. So from here we will drag this terminal again, and then we'll go to the folder directory. First on is foodie clients, so we'll go foodie, sorry, we have to define cd first, then foodie clients, then enter. Now you are inside this foodie client folder. So to run these projects you have to simply type npm run dev. Okay, our project is running. Here you can see localhost, click here, and you can see the project is open here. So then what you have to do, you have to run your server as well as, so that's why I'm taking a new terminals, and here we will go to the food server. So foodie server, we will type foodie server, and then to run this project so we'll simply use npm start. Okay, that's fine. Now here you can let me log out, log into our accounts. Maybe I don't remember, maybe this is okay for now. Login, maybe login successful, it's not removing. Maybe the alert is not showing yet. Okay, we can just close it. So from here we can go to dashboards. You can see it's not the admin, so it cannot let you go to the dashboards. So maybe let me log into a accounts where the user is admin. Maybe we can just use with our Gmail accounts. Maybe it's admin for this project. Let me check, is it admin? Yeah, it's admin. So if you visit there, here you can see our dashboard is empty, and if you hit manage bookings you cannot see anything because we have to change the routes and have to create pages for this manage bookings. We will create this type of bookings here on manage bookings. Okay, so for this at the beginning what you have to do, from the foodie client you have to go to the src, then layout. Here you can see dashboard layouts, And inside this dashboard layouts, here you can see manage bookings, and this is by default directing to uh, dashboards. We have to define slash, and that would be manage bookings or order. You can just simply just define it. So it's done. Now what you have to do, you have to define a routes for this. So let me go to the router.js. Here it's the admin route, so that's why you can see this is admin routes. And uh let me close these on. So here admin routes, inside this admin routes, here we can just simply define a path. The path will be slash this path. After then we will have to define an elements, and for this maybe let me check if we created any pages for the admin, maybe dashboards admin. No, we didn't create any page yet, so we can just name it as a admin, or sorry, dashboards, maybe dashboard.js. You can simply name this type of thing. Maybe already exists. Where is exist? So oh, okay, already created. Here you can see our dashboards, and it's empty. We can just use we can just import the dashboard here. Sorry, why we are importing dashboards here? It's not actually the dashboards. It will be manage booking. We have to create a new page that would be manage bookings. So hit admin. This is the admin page. Manage bookings .jsx. Import React functional components, and we have to import this here. Manage bookings. Okay. So if you do this, then if you click here, sorry, here actually you can see manage bookings. So we have to design this page like this. So look, for this manage bookings, what you have to do, you have to fetch some data from the backends. Actually, in the previous video we have done this. If you just go to your order page, you can see your previous order. We have already 2 order and the order is pending. And for this, actually here when someone click on manage bookings, the admin clicks here, all the orders will show here, and he can confirm order or delete any order. So that's our functionality. So for this we have to create an API. Let me close these stuffs. We don't need that, we can just keep this on. And here we will go to the backends. We will go API, and then we will create an we already have a route, so that is payments routes. And here we want to get all payments. So get all payments by user, or just simply keep it. Okay, so for this we will define router.get, and here we will simply define slash, and then we will define a path that would be all, and here that would be async await functions and request and response, then a functional component, so that would be anonymous functions. Here at the beginning we will have try catch block. So inside this catch block we will pass this error, and inside this try block what you have to do, we will define const menus, or you can just simply define const payments equal, yeah, wait, and here we have to import payment model. So this is payment. After then we will do a find operations, so that would be find operations, and here we'll simply pass empty objects. That means we don't define any filter here. And then we will have to define sort, that means sorting. Then that would be similar like create at -1, and then you can just keep it that, or you can just simply ex easy, then you can just call it. Okay, that's it. And if you get this, then you can simply define phrase dot status 2000s, and here we will pass these payments. Okay, so what to do, we have to check this. So for this, maybe let me check localhost 6001. So here on this port our server is running. So here we will have to go payments, unauthorized access, then we will just search this one. Actually after payments it will be this type of thing. Okay, you are getting all the payments here. So this is the URL we have to use to fetch data on the manage booking sections. So for the manage booking sections, so we have to just fetch data and have to show it here. So for this, what you have to do, look, this is the our components, and here firstly we need to get our user, and then loading. You need to data from use auth. If you cannot find suggestions, then you can open the hook, maybe it's use auth, then you can just type again, you can go to the suggestions. After then you can just copy from your order page or somewhere. You can just you can get it from maybe user space. Okay, we need this, actually we need all the stuff. You can just copy it and then just keep it here. We need to import use execute secure, and we need to import use query, and here simply we need to change, that would be maybe this is orders, and you can also pass these orders here. So instead of this we have to define this slash payment slash wall. Actually we don't need to include localhost 6000 so on, actually, because we have already defined base URL on execute secure. Here there you can see a base URL. Okay, let me check the data. So CLG, and this is data. Oh sorry, this is not data, this would be orders. Okay, let's check it. So inspect, then check console, refresh. Okay, you are getting full data. Actually we have to get the data, and now we have to just simply implement this data and show this type of thing. So for this we can copy it from a components. Maybe this is similar to our users, so you can just get something from here. We can just copy the whole div, actually, and just replace the div. Maybe we can just imports if needs, then maybe we can just hide this on click. Here we can also remove this on click. You can just also remove that, that would be maybe delete, or you can just keep that. Okay, and here instead of users we have to pass it orders. I will check total orders dot length, and here we'll simply map the order. Okay, I think this is okay. Let's check. So refresh it. Okay, the error has gone, and you can see this type of table here. Okay, so from here what you have to do, you can see what we want to show. Firstly, we have users, then we have transaction ID, price, status, confirm order, and delete order. We have to modify this. So how? Okay, let me just modify the header first. So here the header is, that would be user, then we have transaction ID, then we have prices, that means order price. After then we have a status, that would be order status, and after then we will have confirm order, and lastly we have action. Okay, fine. So we can just modify if you want, maybe it will be item. Okay, now users is fine. Okay, so now this type of thing we have to include the, we have to change these stuff. So from here, the first here we want to show, first one will be email, then second one will be transaction ID or something. Let me check transaction ID. So the second one will be transaction ID, you can see now this is transaction ID, and the third field will be another field. Here we will simply show price. Let me check, you can see the price, then the status. So we can remove all of these stuffs. Simply we can show user dot status. So here's, you can see order pending, then we will have another TD, and that would be, here we'll check what we will check. You can just I'm not compute with users, actually you can just define order or item, something like this item, that would be meaningful. And share is status. After then we will have item dot status equal triple equal confirm. If it's confirmed, then what you have to do, then you can show something, or maybe done. Otherwise you can show a button. The button will be simply this type of button. Maybe you can just simply copy this button for now and paste it here. Okay, so now let's check it. Here you can see confirm button. So after this confirm button, we don't need this confirm button. Here we need something like, we have to edit this, so that would be something like let me get icons from React icons. So React icons, so we can search something like confirm, then you will get these icons. So we can have to import this. We have already installed React icons, then you can just simply use this, you can use it from here. Okay, now you can see this is the confirm icon. We can change the color, so the color will be busy green. This is our primary color, that would be busy green. Okay, let's check. Here you can see order pending and confirm. Okay, so you can just add something here. You can just define text center, class name text center. Now it's on center. Okay, that's type of thing we need there. We need to change here wall borders. Actually the text will be wall borders. total orders. Okay, that's something. We have 4 orders, and here is the orders value. Okay, so what next? Actually, I think this is okay for now. And now we have to implement this button. When someone click this button, then the status will be done or something, so we will implement that. So that's why on the confirm button we will add a one click event. So let me format this code. So here, so this is the confirm button. You can see we will create an one click events or one click events. You can simply take an envious functions here, and here that would be handle confirm, then we'll pass the item. Okay, we'll copy this, and we have to create a functions at the top. So after words we'll create const, then these functions, it will receive, it will be async await, and it will be receive item, then it will have arrow, then curly braces. Okay, that's fine. Let me console log item first, and we can just console log out this. Okay, so let's check if it's good or not. So let me just do it from here. It's too big. Let me just reduce. Why this is not showing properly? Okay, so maybe we can just start from here, inspect it, then we have to go to the manage bookings. Okay, here you have the button. Let me clear this console. Everything is clear. Now we have to hit here. When you hit, you can see an ID. This is a different ID. You can see the ID is different, so that means we are selecting the different items. So if you select the different items, then you can change the status. So for this we have to also create another routes on our backend. This is for confirm payments status. We'll just create a routes for the payment status, and for here what you have to do, you have to define router dot, that would be patch. Actually we are trying to just update one field, so that's why we will use patch. If you want to update all fields, then you can just use put methods. Okay, that's it. And here we are trying to use ID. We will target orders by ID, so that would be async await, and that would be fine. Okay, so at the beginning what you have to do, we have to get the pay ID. So pay ID, we'll just get this pay ID required.params.id. After then we'll check the status, const status, the status, you can make sure the spelling, the status will be require dot body. So you can make sure the status is the same. Maybe here we use the status spelling. Please make sure the spelling is correct. Okay, we'll just do this. Then we will have try catch block, and then as usual we will just pass these to our catch block, and here we have to modify it. So first one will be const update, update is status, then that would be a wait, and we will call the payments model, so payment. After then we will just find and find up by ID and update. So this is the methods, and here we'll simply, firstly what you have to do, firstly you have to pass this ID, the ID to target, then we have to pass what we need to change. We can just need to change the status, so that would be status. So you can just destructure this, status, and what the value will be, that would be confirmed. After then you can just add another props. It's not mandatory, but you can include that. That would be new true, and then run validators true. Okay, that's it. We'll check if it's available. We'll check not updated status, then we will return proof for status, so that would be res.status, and here the message will be pay payment not found, and we can just simply close it. That's it. After then we have to just send a status, so that would be res.status 2000s, and here we will simply pass this updated status. So our routes created is done. Now we can just access by this way. We will have payments slash an id. Here we will have an id. That would be our path to pass the data. So let's do that. Here you can see we have this console log, and what to do the next. From here, to change the status, here we will call await, then execute secure, then we will just define the method, that will be pass methods, and here we'll use template string and do this payments slash, and we, instead of hardcoded id, we will define a template string that would be item.id. Okay, that's fine. And after then what you have to do, after then we have to take a then block, and here we'll have response, and that would be a functions, and inside this function firstly we can just console log the data res dot data. So as we are using execute secure, so execute here, all the data will inside this response. So response, then we can call fair alerts. You can copy this from here if you can see. Okay, we can just use sol. We can just let me search sweet alert, sweet alert 2. Okay, this is, we need this type of maybe custom positioning or something like this type of alerts. So we can just copy this, and inside this, actually where it is, it's here. But before that let me check. So here you can see an error, maybe it's undefined. Why undefined? Okay, it would be underscore id or something. Okay, underscore id, then let me hit. Okay, this is fine, and we're getting it from 24. And maybe here we can just pass this swell. We have to import swell from React icons, or sorry, sweet alert. So we can just check the installations, and here just import this at the beginning. Okay, so that's it. We can just change success payments confirmed. Okay, Okay, let's try to do it. So refresh this. So from here, if you want to just confirm this border, you can just, okay, let me just add a dollar sign on the prices. Here we have to include the dollar signs. Okay, then if you want to confirm this order, maybe you can just confirm the last order. You can hit this, then it says payment confirmed, and maybe the refresh is not okay. So here we have to include refresh, refetch. Okay, now it will be automatically refetch. Okay, done. You can just try to confirm this order also. Hit. Okay, you can see this is confirmed and confirm order is done. So status is changing. That's important topic on this. So our manage booking section is done. Then what to do, actually we need to design these dashboards. Here if you hit dashboards, then you will get this type of dashboards. Here all the revenue you are generating will show. Here how many users is using your platform will show, how many products you uploaded, and total orders. And here you will show revenue by category. You can see we have two categories, and here you can see quantity 4 and the category is soup. And here salad revenue is 62.7. so we will show this type of thing. And here we will have a pie chart, so we are going to do that. Okay, so our payment routes is done. Fine, our manage booking is done. Now we can just close all of this. And from here, from the clients, what you have to go to there, you have to go to the dashboards. Here we have to design the dashboard. So to design the dashboard, at the beginning, what you have to do, what you have to include here, we can just define some class name. So that would be w full on empty, max w will be uh, sorry, maybe w will be 87870 pixels. Then we can define mx auto, then px will be 4. Okay, then we will have a astro, then we will define high, and we want to show the user, so that's why we have to import it from useauth const user, from useauth. It's not importing, let me open it first. Now it would be imported. So here you will get the user, so that would be curly braces. You will have user dot display name, and let me add some class name, so that would be text to excel font semi bold, and that would be my4 for now. I think that is, let's check. So when you hit this dashboard, it will show this. So this is similar like this. You are using my name here, you are showing my name here. After then we need this type of thing. So for this we will use maybe we can use Daisy UI for this. If you check your Daisy UI websites, we are using this components library. So from here, if you just scroll a little bit, then you can find stats. You can see many type of stats. You can choose any of this, maybe choose any of this icon or images. Maybe this one is for us, or you can choose any of this, no matters. So let me choose these stats or with icon. You can choose any of this, it's no matter. Okay, we can, let me choose this responsive, this one, copy all of these stuffs, and here after this let me starts div, and here we will simply paste this. Let me format this code, and if you now check your website, here you can see these stats, and we need 4 stars, so we can copy another one. So let me copy this on. Okay, we will have 4 stars here, and now we need to show the data based on our requirements. So for this we have to fetch data from backend, so that's why we have to create another routes. So the routes for this will have admin stars, something like. So let me close all of these. We will go back to the server, and here API, inside this API we will have routes, and here we will create another route, so that would be admin starts .js. We need this, and here at the beginning what you have to do, you have to define express, so that would be express. Then we have to require, sorry, that would be, it's not require package name express. You can copy, if it's not properly shown you can just copy it from your index.js. At the beginning we have require express, you can just copy and paste that. Okay, then we have to get router from express dot router, and then we have to import some models. So we need some models. Import model. Okay, first one is we need user model, so that would be user, and here we will require. Then where is the model, we will use dot slash, here models. First one will be the user model. After then we will have const, we need to import menu model, so that would be menu, and here we will simply require then menu models. Let me check if it's simply okay. Okay, menu models. After then we'll define const payment model, so we'll have a payments model, so that would be required. Then it would be simply dot slash models slash payments. Okay, that's it. After then what you have to do, you can just verify tokens, so that's why you can need to import middleware. So that would be, first one would be const verify token, and we will use required, then that would be dot slash middleware slash verify token. We need another one, so that would be verify admin. We will also verify the admin. Then here instead of this we will use slash, then verify admin. We have imported, and now we have to define a get routes. So get all orders, users, and payments menu items length. Okay, that's it. So for this we have to define, let me export the router first. So router module dot export, and that would be router, and here so we will define router dot get methods, and then we will have to define a path, so that would be by default slash. And if you do this we have to import it from index.js, so let me import it. After this simply that would be admin starts, and we'll have to use require, then that would be dot slash API slash routes slash admin starts, and we have to use it, so that's why app dot use, and then here we'll have slash administrators, then this type of thing. Okay, that's fine. So simply at the beginning, let me take a async await functions. Async await functions that would be require and require response. It will be arrow, and here let me show res dot send. Maybe let me show if this route is okay. Hello admin. Okay, let me check. Here we will have slash administrators. You can just copy this text. Let me check hello admin. So that means the routing is working. So if the routing is working, we have to change. We don't need to show this, we have to change it. So we will have a try catch block. Try catch block. In the catch block we just show a catch error. So that would be simply res dot status. Maybe we can show what we did. Maybe it's, is it 5,000? Okay, maybe dot send, and here we want to show internal server error plus error dot message. Okay, that's it. And inside this try block, what you have to do, firstly we will define const users, and here we will define await, and then we'll call the user model. So user model, after then we'll just define a method, so that would be count documents. So this is the methods. Using these methods we will get the count value of the all users. So after then we need to define menu items, and here we also get await, then menu model, then we'll do the same count documents methods here. After then we'll have orders, const orders, and that would be await, and that would be payments, and here simply same methods count documents. So we want to get all the documents counts. Okay, fine. Then we will just make a results. So we'll just define a variable that would be results, and here what you have to do, we have to define aggregate. So that's why await, then we will call the payments, and then we would define aggregate. So it's very important to understand aggregate. If you want to group different routes in your process, then you can use aggregate. So here inside this, firstly we will have a square brackets, then we'll have a objects. Here we'll use to group, so that would be group, so a group methods, and here we will create another objects. At first we'll define underscore id, that would be null, then we will have total revenue, and that would be and another objects. So the objects will be sum of, then we'll use a quotations, and here dollar sign, that would be price. Okay, after then It's fine. After then we will define const revenue equal, we'll just get this results dot length greater than 0, then a dollar sign, we'll get result, then we will just pass an array, the first array, then we will define total revenue. That means make sure this text is the similar of this text. After then we will define conditions here, that would be 0. Okay, the revenue block is done. And now lastly we will send press dot status, maybe it's 2000s, then we'll have a JSON. So JSON will be an integer objects. So firstly we will pass the users, you can see this is the users, we will pass users. After then we will pass menu items, then we will pass borders, and lastly we will pass this revenue. Okay, so let's check. So if you refresh right now, then you will see user 6, menu items 63, borders 4, and revenue this. So if you check, then you can also understand it. Here you can see we have only 10 payments, 4 payments. So that is, look, the orders is 4, and user 6 order pays this bill, but maybe only 2 orders is showing here, but others order also paid. You can check it from the database. So you can go to MongoDB, then you can understand why it's the value 6. Okay, let me go there, sign in, Google sign in, choose my email. Okay, at first we need to change the project. So we have demo for this project, so demo for the clients for this projects actually. So from here, if you click this collections, then you can see inside this payments we'll have 4 payments. So that's why here you can see orders is 4. After then, if you just check the users, then you can see users is 6th. So you can just see the total documents also here 6. So the value is 6 users. Then if you check the menu items, you can just hit this menus, then you can see 63 menu items here. So total menu items is 63. Okay, so lastly what to do, lastly the value, total value, it's calculated by the field. Here you can see the first one is 130, then 144, then 43, then 142. So that's the value, and the total will be this value, total will be 460.5. and if you have this, you can just show it on dashboard. So let's do it. So to show it, what you have to do, you have to go to dashboards, and at the beginning here, at the beginning of here, you have to define the same thing that we did in the manage bookings. You can just do the same thing. You can just call this all of the stuffs, maybe the oath is there. Let me just do this, and you can just remove that. So we have to import execute secure, then we have to import query, and here instead of payments we will define these stars. So that would be slash admin stars. slash administrators, and if you just console log, so clg, and that would be instead of orders we can just make the changes. That would be starts, and here starts, and we will just simply console log starts. Okay, let's check the console log, and if you inspect, then you can see, refresh it, can see here's the data. So if you have this data, you can simply show it on the value. The first one will be total, maybe let me check, so that would be revenue. So let me copy this text and modify it. First one will be revenue, and you can show dynamic data, but here I just keep that simple. Then after one, we will have users, then second one will be users, then we need menu items, and then borders. You can just define wall borders. Okay, fine. So for this revenue, instead of this, we can simply define an objects. So that would be starts dot revenue. Can simply check, it would be maybe revenue. Okay, just pass this. If you do this, then you can show here's the revenue. You can just include dollar sign, something like this if you want, but it's not mandatory. After then we will have users, so that would be starts dot user. The user is not found, maybe it's users. Okay, I just make type mistakes, so that would be users. After then we will have menu items, so it would be starts dot menu items, and lastly wall borders, so that would be starts dot borders. Am I correct? Okay, borders. So now you can see, let me refresh. You can see here's the data. You can include icons if you want, so you can just watch here. Where is the icons? Maybe there are some icons. You can just check any of this. You can just see this way. Here is a figures and then icons. This way you can just copy this, and you can also include if you want to use icons. Maybe for the first one, can keep it there. So if you just check, you can see here is the icons. You can, this way you can just, instead of this div, sorry, this svs, you can simply import icons. So maybe revenue fa dollar sign for this. Okay, let me check. So here you can see a dollar sign. Then you can just do this way. You can increase the text size, text 5 pixel. So you can see this is much big. You can include maybe it's 3 pixel. Okay, then you can simply just copy this and keep for others. Maybe it's users, so that would be fa users. Then you can see the users, so maybe it's wall users, so we can just check fa users. So you can see all users. After then we'll have menu items, so that would be something like Okay, items or something like maybe book. Okay, just keep it that. So this type of book, and last one is border. You can see cart icons here. If a shopping carts, shopping bag or shopping carts. Okay, let's check it. Here you can see shopping carts. So that's it. You can need to colorize it for these, maybe for the you can just close it and see we have all stars, and all of these you can just simply add a background color. So that would be busy brand, maybe true for the first one. You can see these colors. You can also color the second one, so that would be busy. Hmm, what the color? Busy, maybe orange, 200s. Let me check. Okay, then this one will be busy indigo, 400s. So let me check. Okay, then for the last one it would be any colors. You can simply define busy. That would be purple, 300s or something. Okay, let's check. Okay, that's fine. This is the thing. You can just check it on mobile devices if you want, then check. This will show on this type of thing. You can just adjust the width. So maybe if you want, you can just adjust the width, maybe w full. Is it work? Okay, this is working, w full. Okay, that's fine. After then what you have to do, after then you have to do this type of charts. So for this, so this tips is done. Then charts and graphs. So for the charts and graphs, here you can see we have charts and graphs. We can use React charts. React charts or something what we just use recharts, or we can just search. This is not this one, recharts. Okay, we can search recharts. Actually we'll use charts from this. Recharts is very handy. Here you can see the demo, this type of demo. You can just get other examples. So here you can see this is the one. You need this type of bar chart. So where is bar charts? This is the bar charts. You can see simple bar charts. Here you can just get this type of bar charts, any type of bar charts. If you change want, you can show this type of bar charts here. Actually look, actually I'm using this one here, the responsive one. So where is this? So area charts, this is the area charts. This is composite charts that I used here actually. So this type of charts, and pie charts is here. Look, these charts, we need these charts. So for this, at the beginning what you have to do, you have to need data. So that's why we will have to go back to our backends and create a new route. So for this data, so what we do, we will create a starts. For this order starts, so where we are showing all orders starts. So that means we need this. After then, same way we have to, let me keep these two side by side. We have to import this. two things first. Okay, after then we need to import all of this. You can just simply copy and then keep it here. Okay, so after this, what you have to define, we have to define we have to export the route. So module dot exports then route. Okay, so if you export, then you have to use it on here. So that would be const use starts, then that would be dollar signs. Make sure this is the order starts. So that would be, sorry, orders starts, and here we have to make the name order starts. Okay, we have to use it, so that's why app dot use, then we will define order starts, then orders. So let me design these sections. So after here we will define get wall orders starts. Okay, we will define route dot get methods, and here we will have async require response, then that would be close. So at first let me check, let me send res dot send, and here order starts. Okay, let me try to hit the orders starts. Instead of admin starts, you can use order starts. Where is the text? Here is the orders starts. So order starts, and now similar thing actually. We don't need this, we can remove that. At first we will have try catch block, try catch. Inside this catch we can include the same catch block or something like this. Okay, and then here on the try block, firstly we will define a variable that would be result, and here we'll simply define a wait, then we'll call the payments. So payment model, you can see, make sure the model path is okay. Let me input it again, models, then payments. Okay, so we'll call payments. After then we will just use aggregate, and here we will have this thing. You can see here we used aggregate the same way, we'll just grouping some fields. So for this we will use a square brackets, then we will have to define a dollar sign unwind, and actually we make sure which field we use. So you can see in your database here we have cards item, and actually if you check the main payments, then you can see there are menu items. So we will just target this field menu items, and then here we'll use dollar sign, we have to use dollar sign and paste that menu items. After then we will use a comma, and then we'll define lookup. We have to look up, and that would be obviously an objects, and we will look up from menus. So from would be collection from where you are just trying to look up. From here actually you can see this is menus, and from this menus we will just look up, so that the collection name is menus. So we'll just include this using here. So that means we target this field from the payments, and then we are look up from the collection menus, this collection we are look up from these collections. After then we will define local field, and the local field will be menu items. Menu items. After then we will have foreign fields, and the foreign field will be underscore id. And then at last we will include as, so that would be menu items details. Okay, that's it. So our lookup is done. Then we will use another unwind, so that would be $ unwind. Then we will just simply define slash here, that same thing, $unwind. After then we will just simply group it, so that's why we will have another parenthesis and we will use the group method, so that would be group. And here what you have to group, we will have to customize it slash underscore id, so that would be quotations $menu items details. Let me just delete the unwanted thing, menu items, or we don't need to pluralize it, maybe I just keep it same singular, so menu item details dot category. So category, so you can just make sure the spelling is fine. You can just copy this category and keep it here actually, otherwise if you do any mistake then it will not shown. After then we will have quantity, so actually maybe this is the field where we can get the quantity. This is the quantity, we'll have quantity, and the quantity will be a objects, and here we will define sum, and the sum will be $quantity. Okay, and lastly we will define revenue, and the revenue will be $sum. Then we will have $, we will just include price. Okay, that's it. After then lastly we will have to create a project, so that's why we will create $projects, and here we will need to define underscore id, by default 0. Then we will need to define category, so you can make sure the category text is this category, and the category will be $underscore id. After then we will need to define quantity, quantity will be quantity, same quantity, and then we will define revenue, so revenue will be this revenue. Okay, and lastly after completing this we'll just define res.json, and that would be results. So after completing this, let's check. So here's the order starts. Let me refresh. Here you can see we are getting at objects. Here we have categories and revenue. So desserts item are ordered 3 times, and the revenue is total revenue. So okay, we are getting the order starts. If you get the order starts, the process is same. So what you have to do, you have to go back to your dashboards, and after here what you have to do, look, as we're using data starts here, we're using a data starts, and for the admin we also need the same thing. We can just comment this, Let me just keep it up. After then we need the same thing. We need the same thing actually here. And instead of this, let me remove this. And instead of stars, we will define chart data or something. And here we can just also include order stars. Order starts. Okay. So instead of this route, we will include the order route. So let me include, and simply if you just console log clg, and here that would be chart data. Chart data. Okay, let's check here. Inspect it, check the console, refresh. Then you can see from the 27 length you are getting data, and the data will have two fields, category 1 and quantity, category and quantity. So you will get this data. If you have chart data, then you can show it. Look, so recharts, we have to install this recharts first. So that's why this is the npm commands. Copy it, and then you can simply stop your front end. So control C to stop. And now here inside this foodie clients, you have to import this. Okay, it takes a few seconds. At the meantime, let me check. So that's it, that's done. Then you can just get started. Here you can see you have to import recharge, then you need to define data, and you can just use this way. So we are using these examples, maybe this one, or you can use this area charts if you want. So look, firstly to use this area chart you have to do that, this type of thing. Let me use this. At the beginning you have to import these two lines. Okay, cart it, and then let me run the projects again. So npm run dev. So okay, fine. If you refresh, everything is fine, you can see. Okay, the project is not running yet. Let me check. Okay, you can just refresh it again. It's taking a few seconds actually loading. Okay, the data is shown. So what to do actually here, we have to include the imports. We have to import these two lines at the beginning. So we'll just import this two line at the top. We don't need to define React, or we don't need to pure components. Is that okay? That's not needed. So what then sorry. Okay, here you can see we have a div. We will copy this whole div, and then after this we need take a new div, and here first the first one will be bar charts, and here we'll paste, we'll create another div and then paste it there. Instead of data we'll pass this chart data. So if you just do this and then back there, let me see. Here you can see there's a field. You can see there's a field, you need to customize it. So the first on axis we want to show categories. So here on our data you can see we will have category. So we want to show, instead of name we want to show category. And let's check. Here you can see desert and popular fields. And what then you can see we have two fields, popular and desserts. After then we need to show revenue. So you can just change here, maybe data key will be revenue. Okay, let's check. Okay, you can see this type of awesome revenue. So desired order 140 and this is the okay fine. It's simply austere. Okay, so this is done. You can just add some margin top here. So you can just define class name mtop maybe 22. Now you will get mass space. You can just include maybe 26 or something. Okay, so if you want to define headers or think anything you can do it. After then the next one is pie charts, and if you have this you can simply show the other things easily. So let me create pie charts. And for the pie charts we will have need a div, and from here you can see we'll have pie charts responsive container, and at the beginning we will have to import the this thing, and you can just include it here. Let me just combine it card, so we can just delete that and we can include inside it. Okay, so after then the same thing, we have to copy this whole div, then inside this div we will paste it, and instead of data we will just pass this chart data. Okay, so if you do this then you can see here's nothing. Refresh, you can see there's nothing. Why nothing? Actually maybe chart is imported or not. Let me just check. Let me import it by this way, recharts, then we will be import pi. Okay, let me check why the charts is not showing. Data key will be maybe revenue. Let me check. It's revenue. Okay, you can see this. You can see these graphs. It's revenue. And if you need others thing, you can just, if you want to add more thing, you can check maybe pie search 12 fields, this type of thing, 2 fields, customs pie, or why not is something like that. So we can just customize if we need. We can't find more customizations options. So is there anything? Maybe where is this pie nested? I'm trying to find something. Okay, this one will be the thing. You can just modify this. uh Here you can include this step at the top. We can include this step at the top, or you can just keep it there. After then what you can do, you can simply use this block so that it will be more organized way. We don't want this simple thing, so we can just simply paste it that there. Let me format it. So where is the wrong? Maybe okay, we did incorrectly. Let me just back here, format this code. We have to delete the whole div, so let me close this div, and then we'll just copy this responsive container and paste it inside here. We need to data. Instead of this we'll include chart data. Then we will map the chart data dot. We need to import cell, actually. Let me just include here const by chart data, and here we'll just define chart data dot map. Then we'll include data. Then we'll have a functions here, so that would be return functions. So return, the return to will be name, and name will be data dot category, data dot category. After then we'll have value. Value will be data dot revenue. Revenue. Okay, that's it. Now instead of chart data, we can include here pie chart data. We can include pie chart data here, and here we will have pie chart. So let's check, maybe it will still not showing. I can't understand why it's not showing. Will be pie chart data. Okay, okay, this data is showing, but why not it's showing on here actually? So this is shown, but why not here? Where's the mistake? Colors, responsive container, that will be pie chart data, and that would be similar. Okay, now after a long time trying, I got that. So I'm sorry for showing that. You can show legends if you want. So where is the legend? Maybe you can show legend. Where is something like legend? Maybe you can include legend here. After this pie, you can just include legend. Let's check. Okay, the legend is there. Okay, so we need to format this data, so that's why let me add flex. By default flex will be call on medium devices. Flex will be on SM devices. Actually SM devices, flex will be from. After then here we'll define class name, that would be on small devices. Then that would be width half. By default width will be full, and here also the same class name. Now let's check. Here's the two data. If you inspect and try to check it, here you can see it's showing side by it's showing bottom and bottom, and it's very responsive. I think you can understand what I did here, and hope you can just like this video, and in the next part we will just deploy this whole project. So thank you for now.